Hello there guys and girls, today I will be showcasing the life of a young male from the east side of Chicago known as EBE Kapp. Grab a snack and a drink as you learn about his life. Kapp is affiliated with the neighborhood East Side Demons/ESD and claims a gang known as the Traveling Vice Lords. Some of the individuals in his close-knit circle are Turbo, Get Busy Tap, his blood brothers Pop and Six, his childhood best friend BK, Lil Nate, Freeband, Lil Slide, K2, and E.B.E. Some members from 95 Mob known as Bumpstock, Baby Jizzle, Wano, and Lil Skirt. He also spent a large chunk of his life living with his father on the west side of Chicago where he grew up with his blood brother Lil Hustle, No Cries, West Side Jam, No Chill, and Chicago street legend E.B.E. This story will start from the day of ESD's Hood vlog where 95 Mob members Wano, Lil Skirt, and Baby Jizzle were present with them.
Like brothers and sisters, right?
Damn, no.
Okay.
On that car, though.
On that car.
Ty, you cool, for you good.
Alright, man. Appreciate it. So, what's some of the do's and don'ts coming through this neighborhood, so people can know?
Look. Listen to me. Listen to me closely, folks. If you flying through this bitch, don't slow down, cause as soon as you slow down, we gonna beat the paint off this bitch. I swear to God. Jesus Christ, we gonna beat that bitch down, man. I swear to God.
Start fucking that bitch up, then you better come correct.
You drive slow, your windows better be down. Jesus Christ, you better be able to see in that bitch. Like this bitch, right here,
You just seen us get wild on my homie.
I told you.
Around ESD, Kapp was not always someone to be known as the loudest or toughest individual, but it quickly got known of how smart he was in the sense of the streets. Tap, who is a known ESD member, would get scammed of $3,500 by Chet Cho from 3MG. While in traffic with Tap, they would see Chet Cho on live and decided to pull up on him on live. This is one of the first of many arguments with 3MG that would start the war between them.
What do you think?
They own that.
Yo.
Come here.
Yo, what you want, bro?
Hey, boy, you from 3MG?
Who this?
You from outside?
Yes or no, gang?
This who?
That's my question, boy.
This ESD.
Yes, I'm from 3MG.
You with
that fucking ESD shit?
I don't even know who y'all niggas is.
I'm gonna ask you a question, bro.
Your homies with that fucking ESD shit. Is you with that shit, boy?
Where y'all from?
ESD, over east.
I don't know who y'all niggas is. I ain't gonna lie to you.
On phone them. Keep it like that, then, bitch.
But show your ass a bitch. Niggas try to be over tough, like.
What is this?
Yo, homies was on that tough shit.
ESD, like what?
Oh, that's ESD, alright.
Niggas don't know y'all.
Why? What? Wait, who that?
Who that is? Where you from?
Who this? You saying I ain't for?
Boy? You said what?
Go,
where you from?
What you saying I ain't for?
Boy, this Lil Dre game from the move.
What's the word? What you mean I?
I'm chilling,
you with that fucking ESD shit?
I mean, shit, if my homie scammed all that game, like,
who scammed? Well, they ass just got threw down to my scam. Damn, we ain't playing none of that shit. They ass got threw down.
Who got threw down, though?
Your homie is hit up right now in the crib hurting, boy.
You just heard him. It's just ESD.
Yeah.
Baby 3 shit hurting right now.
A couple days after, while on the block, it is remembered around ESD that not all members liked each other or even hung around the same crowds. One of the first of these situations would be when an argument would happen between Turbo versus Monty and Gino. Turbo, being someone Kapp looked at as a brother, would make himself jump into the argument. This would lead to a 2v2 fight when the first punch was thrown.
It's like Venus ass don't work.
He just keep trying to talk to me. I don't know why earlier, little bro. Like, kick it with your bitch ass.
I just told you, just watch.
I don't care.
Not fight him.
My brother.
I'm telling my homie, just watch.
Cap, what are you talking about, Cap?
That's what he just said.
Cap, gang, you don't know what's going on, gang. You don't know what's gang.
We're just doing the same thing for Turbo. We're doing the same
gang. You don't know, gang. You don't know what's going on, gang.
Do what again? Do it again, Cap.
Do what again? Do what again?
Do what again? Say it so you
Do what again?
punch your homie.
Do what again? Punch him. Hit him.
Oh, damn, yo. What? Don't. Oh, yeah, is that? Hold on. Oh, it's...
Come here.
Watch out, brother. Watch out.
Bro. I'm so confused.
My bad. Back up, y'all. Back up, y'all.
Put his ass in a box. Fuck you. Where the fuck are you going? Come here. Don't run, little bitch.
What's wrong with that nigga, man? Oh, we's not about to keep playing with y'all niggas, man.
We ain't doing that. No, that's stupid shit.
All right.
Yo.
Okay. Gio, what you got going on?
Gino, you need your ass.
Oh my. Get up that off. Oh my God.
Around this time, Cap would be following in the footsteps of older people he looked up to, with those being E.B.E and Bumpstock. Two members from two totally different hoods that showed him the ropes at an early age. He would be getting deeper and deeper in the streets, and this day would specifically be a crucial moment in his life. When he and his affiliates were supposed to be having a friendly paintball game, there would be commotion outside that they would go attend to. Later that same day though, it is reported that 3 MG members attempted to hop out on ESD members outside of a clothing store on the north side of Chicago.
Alright.
Smack him in his shit. Smack him in his shit,
What? Hey, don't. Hey, gang, it can go down, gang. What, nigga? What's wrong with them niggas, man? They jumped out.
Grandma ain't moving. My grandma ain't moving. My grandma ain't moving.
What we doing?
My grandma ain't moving. Oh.
Go. Come ass nigga. Come ass nigga. No, grab him. Hey, get a car. Fuck that. Get a car.
Kill him.
In the car.
Right? At the car? Let me get out.
Go.
Bitches. Oh my gosh.
Get a car. Fuck that.
After the death of Baby 3, and this being the first time Cap witnessed someone lose their life in front of him, this came with sleepless nights and the beginning of his developing PTSD. He came from a life that never really let him rest, carrying stress and trauma from everything he had seen and been through. When he met her, she became his escape, someone who brought him peace in ways nothing else ever had. Around her, he could finally slow down, even if just for a moment. At the same time, he poured everything he had into her, believing in her dreams more than his own. Her lash business wasn't just a hustle to him, it was their way out, a real chance at something better. They leaned on each other, balancing pain with hope, building something that felt bigger than their circumstances. In each other, they saw a future that the streets had always tried to take away.
Like we can get his background singer or something?
Yeah, I'm his mans, right here.
He the biggest background dancer.
Oh, Ronnie.
What's your mouth?
Yeah. Are you a background dancer? Zori.
What you on?
No, I'm
This
chilling
Zori?
with you on.
Yeah.
What you on, Zori? Y'all good?
Chillin', man.
What y'all finna get to?
What you doing over here?
With my shorty.
Yeah.
All the guys over here.
We the homies, for real.
You said what?
I said free the homie, for real.
You know, free your man.
That's not my man. Free the homie.
Free your man.
Free the homie.
That's just cool.
Never.
You tell me.
Never.
I'll play with you.
Ooh.
Wait.
Shit.
I'm seeing. Don't drive over.
One day while Cap and Turbo would be at the clothing store with Baby Cam, another ESD affiliate. They would end up having an altercation with Jinx, Lozo, Solder, and other Rawtown members, which led to Cap and Turbo getting beat up and recorded as about 15 Rawtown members took turns chasing them.
I don't got nothing to
Fuck
talk about.
I
said I heard something, gang.
What? Do something.
Fucking
What you wanna do? What you wanna do?
Go get in that store.
The fuck back. Get back in the store, nigga.
You just let a grown ass man push you. You just let a grown ass man push you. You a bitch. You a bitch. You a bitch.
Go back in the store.
You talking about? He just pushed you.
Right in your face.
He just pushed you.
I'm not on shit. I did not say what I said. I'm not on shit.
I told you what I'm on. I told you what I'm on. I want to see your attention. I told you what I'm on.
Now walking to my shit.
Keep talking about.
Hey, look, damn, brother, just popped it out. Now what? Fight him.
Go ahead,
That's
fight
the
him.
one.
Go ahead, fight
Right.
him. Go ahead.
No,
No,
I'm talking about turn around.
You better whoop him too, Snake. You better whoop him, Snake. You better whoop him, Snake.
Jinx, get his ass, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You was talking all in my face, gang. I'm trying to fight you, bro.
MC, this gonna turn your snake up.
Like your ass up.
Bro, with that big ass nose, gang. Put your bitch ass up, bro. You a bitch, little nigga. I'm a bitch. This shit is you. What's up? So let's do it. So let's do it. Let's do it. Oh shit, watch your fuck. Shit up. What?
Stop running. Stop running.
On his ass, no. Dumbass, stupid ass, dumbass boy.
You ain't stopping on my homie. You ain't stopping on my.
Over these days, constant back and forth would be coming from both ESD and 3MG, with both of them sending taunts through social media and over the phone. During this time, ESD was not really known for getting wild in the streets or being some crazy gang known for violence. They were a money-focused neighborhood that valued that over everything. After the death of Sosa Kurt, who died to Gino, ESD would start to make it known how they were going to approach their enemies. Cap, being a heavy provoker over that situation, would let it be known he was with his homies, right or wrong. While Gino was grabbed for questioning Cap, Tap, and Turbo would be spinning through Motown, where they would see a familiar 3MG Durango.
Get the fuck out my hood, gang. Get the fuck out. Shaz, nigga, what the fuck? Oh, fuck.
Tim, Mick.
Get in the car, Oh, look, bro, get in the car.
The death of Keen would send a heavy message to 3MG, as this would be their second loss. But as we know, this is Chicago, where there isn't any killing without retaliation. That same night, 3MG members Devontae, Coke, and 2 others would be on the east side looking for blood as they rode upon 82nd and Coles.
I click. Fuck it. Get to the fucking car! Oh, hell no. Oh, fuck no. Oh, fuck no. Oh, fuck no.
Them and that shit. Fuck you talking about?
Wait, who the fuck?
Get on his ass. Get on. Hit him in that shit. Fuck you talking about, dumbass little boy?
Fuck. Oh, at the top. On my tail.
Get on their ass. Fuck you talking about, nigga?
The death of BK would be the first major loss for the younger affiliates of ESD, as she was loved by everyone. 2 days after her death they would host a candlelight around her, and this night promises not saying they were all good in the grand scheme of things were made to her family. This death especially would be a heartbreaker for Kapp, as he was the first to witness his childhood best friend laying down in cold blood. He blamed himself for this and took this moment as his wake-up call. A day after BK's candlelight, it wasn't a secret that ESD would be looking to make 3MG pay, but Chicago police knew this too and would make doing a clean drill close to impossible. Kapp would be in the car with BK's boyfriend Monty, Turbo, and Bibby while driving back to 82nd and Coles. Due to 3MG hiding, Monty would step out the car as Chet Cho from 3MG would go live with 3MG's2 killed KD dissing BK as he showed the house he was outside of. Kapp and Turbo would quickly tell Bibby to get in the car as they sped to the south side. Turbo would check the house door, seeing the door was unlocked, and now it was time for the duo of ESD to make a statement.
Fuck you talking about? Come on, we gone.
After the death of Keem, Chet Cho, and Roman, this would be the fourth time ESD would go lurking, and it was either Kapp, Tap, or Turbo with each other, if not all three. It would be accustomed to seeing them together, and they were quickly becoming ESD's go-to men when the enemies were in question, especially after Turbo would be the killer of the main face from 3MG known as KD on the famous Thanksgiving murder. The trio would go to social media bragging about their crimes and letting it be known on what they were doing.
Green. Pop out. That's it.
While getting deeper in tune with the streets, Kapp would often go back into his roots, chilling with Snatchnam members daily. While around, he would come to Lil Hustle, his brother, about getting another gun, and he would connect Kapp to Play-Doh, a known Snatchnam affiliate. They would talk prices, and Kapp would end up purchasing a Keltec PMR along with extra shells. Days after this, Kapp's brother Lil Hustle from Snatchnam would shout him out in a song dissing 3MG, as Snatchnam would start beefing with them too.
I don't know. Twice.
Yo.
Swap, gang.
Bro, unlock the damn door.
Nah, we can't.
It's the cops.
Yeah, nah, I'm already knowing.
Do it, buddy.
No.
Chill.
Nice one, dickhead. Not even in your way.
Damn.
I'm all the way over here, gang.
Oh shit, bossy. There's 13 shots up in there too. I just leave it out.
I bet, yo, I'm not gonna lie, yo, that shit got a couple what's it calls on it.
That shit got a couple what's it calls on it too.
Nah, I'm saying though for y'all though, cause like I know like. Never mind.
Bro, I'm gonna just give it a buck, bro. You a grown man. That bitch got a B on it, bro.
Yeah,
I do too.
Yeah, I mean,
wait, the 40
in the house, yeah.
Oh shit.
You can't use that 40 on that drill, nigga.
Yes, he did.
How do you
know?
Yo.
How do you
know?
We hopping out on any block, it get real nasty on the live. And Kapp a dumbass try to run this 50, fucking up his spine. Baby snatch on like a talk, he walk shit down and leave you fried. I'll call up Kapp cause that's my bloody. He been banging on the fire. If they lack, we box them in. We come through from every side, we get up close.
Within the following days and the constant taunts from 3MG, even after everything that would happen, Kapp himself would feel as if there was not anything or any kill that could make it enough for BK dying until he couldn't spin anymore. The death of BK had that great of an effect on him. Around ESD, it was always suspected that her and Kapp had some type of sexual relationship going on, especially after they would have arguments daily. After the constant pressure Kapp felt, he would come to Tap and tell him the belt 3MG should receive isn't over yet, insinuating he wanted to slide again. Tap, being one of Kapp's closest homies, would without hesitating agree to this as they got in the car with Reno and Six, who is Kapp's younger brother.
We'll be on game.
Come on. Oh God. Y'all ready? Wait, hold on. Make sure everybody ready.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. My shit, play.
Okay, I got him. I got him. We good. Get low. Get low. Oh my cousins, get low.
Follow me back, brother.
Days after the 3MG shooting, ESD affiliate Gino would be home after he was questioned about the murder of Sosa Kurt as the tension built up between ESD and Princeton/THF44. ESD would decide to group walk to a nearby clothing store across the street from Princeton, attempting to assert themselves. Also at the time, 95 Mob would be attending with ESD and Sane Gang would be attending with Princeton. This would all be non-violent stare-off until a full-fledged shootout would happen between all four neighborhoods.
Ooh, but I'm in.
Wait, they want to go back. They want to go back.
Still blowing my tail.
Bitch ass nigga, come here.
Fuck you talking about? Knock his ass down.
Come on, don't run. Who I gonna throw?
Blow that bitch. Fuck you, come out.
Come on.
I mean, no, chill, brother.
What up? Oh shit. We go.
About 3 days after Kapp killed Baby Drac from Princeton, he and Turbo would be at Turbo's mother house enjoying a dinner she just made of pot roast, mac and cheese, and cornbread in the living room before Boogie, a known 95 Mob affiliate who is also Turbo's brother, would come rushing into the living, telling everyone that Chicago, as he tells them that CPD would give 3 loud bangs on the front door before raiding into the apartment. Kapp and Turbo would attempt to flee but would be caught. Kapp and Turbo both would be arrested for the murders of Chetcho and Roman, as Kapp had a Glock 30 on him. Turbo would also have a Glock 17 on him. Both of these arrests would be a part of an indictment, as other ESD affiliates Tap, O-Dog, 1K, and Freeband would be arrested too.
We might gotta go down the street though. We might gotta go down the street to the snake store.
Oh, fuck down the street.
We might gotta go down the street to the snake store.
This bitch serious. My cousin, this bitch hit.
This nigga here.
Shit, you see the basketball court right up over there? Where
that one dude got, you know?
You see him?
You know what I'm saying?
His ass was bleeding out over there.
Where we at though, man? When motherfuckers said we can't be on my dead home, deep as fuck out here. Where the fuck Rawtown at, man? Tell her Jinx pull up.
A year and a half later, due to a lack of sufficient evidence, both Turbo and Kapp would be released from Cook County Jail. While Kapp was in prison, the main person he would be talking to were his longtime girlfriend Akari, where he would admit to the pain he put her through and also give her promises, saying when he beats his case he needs to finish just a couple things and he would change his life for her. Just 3 days later, after he came home from finally being a free man again, the death of his brother Pop to Dump Street would be heavily on his mind. Kapp would get into a car with newer ESD members Jew, Ian, and Obi, heading to Dump Street, where they contemplated crashing out the whole ride there until an opportunity opened itself to them.
Hop in. Jewel, get in the car.
While back home, Turbo would inform Cap that an old op of his Lozo from Rawtown was looking for him, letting him know that this wasn't a beef that was ever going to die. Lozo, who is a known killer and rumored to have 11+ bodies, was not someone who was to be played with. They would talk often on the phone and pay respects to each other, as they were very in tune with the streets, knowing who did what. A day would come where Lozo and Rawtown would be on their way to walk through ESD territory. Cap, who is present at this time, would be getting ready to make a move. Some members from ESD were hesitant to make a move, but Cap, being a seasoned killer, took the opportunity to kill his biggest enemy as ESD members followed his lead.
Put him down.
Wait, hold on.
Bro.
Chasing him, watch.
Put him down.
Wait, hold on.
Is him?
Fuck you talking about?
In the car, come on, it's only one nigga.
The murders Cap would commit after he did his prison time would not be murders he spoke on due to fear of jail. The only thing Cap would hint at is a birdie post of him saying ball game, basically him letting his ops know that he felt he won this never-ending game of street beef. Today Cap is fully out of the streets but carries that mentality with him day to day. It is rumored that he moved with Akari to Milwaukee with her sister Azori, where they are expecting a baby. Often though, Cap can be seen posting his whereabouts as he is seen with EBE touring around cities. He also makes an appearance around ESD or NahhRay areas here and there. But that is the end of today's video about the life and story of Cap. I appreciate everyone who watched, and soon there will be another video coming soon. Stay tuned and be safe.